Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever it is for you. Welcome back to a Division 2 video. Today we're going to cover the Handbasket, the new SVD, and a monster of a build surrounding it, as this is a little bit more towards determined this weapon than a normal SVD, as there are a few changes to the weapon. We of course also have another named SVD, the Commando, that looks and acts like any other SVD. This weapon though, the Handbasket, changes the game for the SVD, especially surrounding those beautiful hotshot determined builds. One tapping everybody, but because of your bigger magazine size, because of the easier acquisition of your enemies, as there is almost no kickback, and still powerful enough to one tap almost everybody, this is a great addition for the one-shot determined builds. And this is the weapon, the Handbasket. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. It's a total damage of almost 1.1 million on this build. The base damage is 387,000. The RPM is 60, mag 15, 279 headshot damage, optimal range 50. When down, of course, do damage your target out of cover as our third attribute on there. And then, like I already told you about Determined, after killing an enemy with a headshot, the next shot landed on any enemy will be a guaranteed headshot. But we all know Determined by now. We have the 10% headshot mod on there, 5% rounds, 30% accuracy and 30% stability. And then of course we have the Rabbit Season skin on there that comes with this Handbasket. But what is now the difference between the Handbasket and the normal SVD, and why does the Handbasket feel so incredible on the one shot marksman rifle builds, as the Paratrooper SVD, the normal SVD, acts a lot different? As we start with our base damage, that's already a huge difference of 230k plus. But the RPM has been lowered by 200 on the Handbasket, and everything else stayed the same, except for the reload speed. It's a little bit different, it's a little bit strange. It shows up that the stability is better on the normal SVD as well, but if we go into the stats, that's not the case. But the reload time is better on the normal SVD, and that's only the difference. So the RPMs is the huge difference, and we all know the SVD will bounce. If you start shooting that weapon, you know it will bounce like crazy because the RPMs are 260. Now on the new Handbasket, it's only 60, so it's a lot easier to just one tap everybody instead of straight up beaming people down with the SVD. And that's why our base damage has been increased by so much on the Handbasket as well. Just one tapping everybody, of course. It is a determined build, of course. It goes towards the headshots. So those hyenas, those true sons, or better said, those enemies with the helmets will definitely ask you to tap them in the head twice, as that helmet will stop you, the biggest enemy of this build. So let's go over the build real quick. It is just a straight up hotshot build with the best combination with the double Hasbro on there. You wanna go for, of course, headshot damage and weapon handling. Unfortunately, I do not have the perfect pieces, but why are we running Hasbro? Because this will give us that 20% marksman rifle damage, while we can still choose to go for talents on our chest and or on our backpack. Of course, there are other gear sets that can bring our marksman rifle up, but we cannot choose our talents then. Attributes, like I said, headshot damage, weapon handling, you go for Headhunter, of course, that combination with our gun talent of Determined, and then the same with the backpack, the second Hasbro. This will activate our 20% marksman rifle damage. Again, weapon handling and headshot damage towards it. Would love to see the best one out there. Don't have it. Vigilance on the backpack for the talent, and then it's of course going for hotshot. This will give us more marksman rifle damage, weapon handling, headshot damage, and of course the headache with the 4-piece activation that will give us even more damage output, but also survivability with that extra armor on kill, even that extra bonus armor on kill if your armor is full up, and it will refill your magazine. With 15 bullets in this mag, it is so hard to run out of bullets. You almost never reload, and it's just a straight up laser beam. It is not hard at all to acquire your target. And that's why we're running around with, of course, hotshot. This is all, of course, work towards headshot damages as well. Although we need to work towards that 150% headshot damage at least. So if you want to go for weapon handling, that is definitely possible. Why am I saying 150% headshot damage? Because of the talent Headhunter. This will raise our damage cap to 1250%, an increase of 450% if our headshot damage is greater than 150. So make sure that if we go over the stats, that your headshot damage is at least 150, and the rest you could go into weapon handling if you wanted to. The more headshot damage, the more damage output you do. And that's instantly our stat as well. 279 headshot damage, but you can fill it in however you like, as it can be a lot higher is if we go back, as I'm missing the headshot damage on the backpack, of course, so we definitely could go a little higher on the headshot damages, and I don't prefer to play with a scope. If you like to play with the scope, of course, that headshot damage can even be more increased. And the Handbasket is insane if you want to shoot with a scope. It is so steady, you can shoot people down quite easy. It's not my preferred playstyle, but you can definitely do so. And that's pretty much it. A quick and easy video about the new Handbasket SVD. My opinion about the gun, it is a great gun. I did not expect that it would change the RPMs by this much, but it kinda changes it into a very, very nice marksman rifle for determined build. There are other weapons that I prefer to use if you step away from determined, and I will not be using the Handbasket in any other way. If you, for example, wanna play with boomerang or real true headshot builds, then I'd rather just go for a rifle with the 1886, for example, or even just straight up go for the higher end marksman rifles that do a lot more damage, like for example the White Death. Because if we compare the Handbasket to the White Death, you will definitely see that there's already a big difference within the base damage. There's only a difference of 5 RPMs. So yes, the Handbasket is a very stable and one of the fastest marksman rifles. The White Death is close. And then, of course, the named addition for the White Death is that extra headshot damage of 27%. So, still, you know, they raised the base damage of this SVD, but the White Death is still the better marksman rifle to go with. But the Handbasket is a lot easier to use, and I think that's what's gonna set this Handbasket apart. And again, this has 15 bullets in the mag versus the 5 bullets in the mag, what will already be a huge difference. Like I already mentioned as well, you almost never reload your weapon in combination with that hotshot. You have 4 opportunities in one magazine to get your magazine filled up again with the combination of the 15 mag going to hotshot, and every third headshot will reveal your magazine. So you even have 5 opportunities within one magazine to get your ammo and everything else back as well, as my calculations were wrong with the 4. But yeah, this is the whole overview of the build. Once more, I like this SVD. It's a fun build, but only around determined. Let me know in the comments down below what you like about this gun, what you like about this build. Would you change a few things around? Like, for example, you could go for the Walker and Harris if you do not have the double Hasbro combination. Then you want to go for Walker and Harris named, and you want to go for Araldi. So you want to go for the Chain Killer. Again, headshot damage, weapon handling. This comes with the perfect Headhunter, so you're doing a little bit more damage. And then, of course, Araldi. Why Araldi? Because this activates that marks and rifle damage of 10%. Again, you want to go for weapon handling and headshot damage. Unfortunately, I have it with critical hit damage and headshot damage. And again, vigilance if you do not have the double Hasbro combination. I will catch you in the next one. Thank you very much for sticking until the end. Like the video if you liked the video or helped you out in any way or form. And of course, if you're new here and or you want to be updated by the Division 2, make sure to hit that subscribe button as well. And I will see you in the next one. Pure Prime out.